experienced ups and downs. You know, you've been through this. This city, and less so this team, hasn't been through a time like this where the playoffs are coming and you're not playing at the optimum level. What's your message to the guys that haven't been through this before?
Well, I think things get magnified when you go through a skid like this at this time of year. Early in the season, I remember going through a skid, and it wasn't, as magnified, and just because of the timing of it, and I guess with 14 games left, obviously, there's a lot more importance that goes to every single game. But the main thing is you gotta trust in yourself, trust in the system, and come and have fun with it. It's a fun time of year. It's almost springtime, even though it might not feel like it. But as a competitor, this is the time of year where you want to be playing in games like this, and you got to rely on what's got you to this point, and that's sticking to the system and playing the right way, and not cheating to look for goals and all that type of stuff. So we know we're a good team. We've shown that we're a good team. We can't let frustration and doubt creep into our minds at this time of year. And also, big thing too is as much as we're watching the standings as you guys are and the fans are, we can't rely on other teams to get the job done for us. We got to go out there and win those games and take matters into our own hands, because we're still in a really good spot and we're in control of our own destiny. And it's just about having short-term memory of last night's loss and be focused on tomorrow night.
Everybody goes through sort of personal slumps during the course of a season. You had one yourself. Leon's kind of bogged down a little bit right now. How do you get out of it without trying too hard?
Personally, I find sometimes less is more. Getting back to the basics and trying to keep it simple and just kind of focus on one or two little things other than big things. And that's, sometimes just getting your feet moving a little more, and just shooting the puck a little harder and bearing down and getting the puck out on the wall in the D zone as a winger and stuff like that. So we all know how great of a player he is and how important he is to this team. And I have more than enough confidence in him that he's going to turn it around. And he's had experience with the Kelowna Rockets and going through a playoff run with them. And that's, at a young age, I think that's an important thing to go through, because he knows, at a different level what the grind is like. So, like I said, we have confidence in him that he'll turn it around. And it's a long season. I mean, you look at Ovechkin right now; he's gone 10 games without a goal, and those things happen. So sometimes it's a bounce, but it's creating that bounce. It's doing, like I said, those little things to create those bounce, and then after that, you try not to look back and focus on the frustration after that.
This is a nervous town because it hasn't had success for a really long time. You're referencing playoff runs in junior for guys here, because there's not a lot of playoff runs in the NHL to reference, right? How do the few guys that have been through this and that have a cool and calm head, like maybe yourself, how do you impose your experience on the rest of this team?
Yeah, Pouliot's been a part of it with the Rangers and going to the finals of 14, and Talbs has been a part of it with the Rangers in 14 and 15, and I know Russell's been to the second round a couple times, and Sekera has been in the playoffs, and obviously Larson with Jersey 5 years ago with the Devils. So, I mean, it's just trying to get the guys to realize that you can't look too far down the road, even though now looking at the schedule, it is a sprint, but you can't look at the finish line without taking it game by game. And like I said, it's just worrying more about the process and the system and what's made you a good team up to this point, other than wins and losses. And I find of it, when you're focused on what it takes to get those wins, it'll help you get those 2 points at the end of the night. So you kind of just trying to be a calming presence more than anything, and trying to, you know, build the guys up and create confidence, and, you know, let the guys know that, hey, you know, we've been a good team for a greater part of the season, and, you know, the players in this room have been, you know, really good players for most of the season, and we're going to need that from here on out.
Well, you sound really low stress today. Are you trying to be extra low stress because of the circumstance?
Like I said, just having fun with the situation. Like I said, we're in control of our destiny, and it's about you know, being confident and in your group, and being confident in your team and your teammates and your coaching staff that, you know, we're gonna get the job done. And I feel like, you know, it is a mindset, and it's the mindset that you have to come to the rink with to, you know, kind of, you know, I talked about it a long time ago about having that swagger and that confidence and stuff like that. So, you know, that's, if you ask all the good teams what separates them from the other teams, is having that mindset, showing up to the rink with that. And this time of year, more than anything, it's about short-term memory. You know, you can't dwell on a loss like we had, you know, last game, because we know the most important thing moving forward is the game against the Stars tomorrow night, and we can't change what happened last game. All we can change is what we're going to do tomorrow night. So, you know, that's my mindset of it moving forward.